Could undrafted free agent Charles Snowden be a steal for the Chicago Bears in the 2021 NFL Draft? What's up, guys? I'm back with the Chicago Bears offseason update videos. I hope all you guys are doing well out there and enjoying the beginning of your summer. The weather is so nice. Fans are back in arenas, okay, Cubs games, Sox games. So it's really fun right now to be in Chicago, okay, because it's opening back up. COVID is slowly ramping down, and it's nice to see, okay, because last year obviously really sucked here in quarantine and with all the stuff going on with COVID, but it seems like life is pretty much returning back to normal, so I hope you guys are all enjoying that. But yeah, today I want to talk about something that a lot of Bears fans actually have asked me to talk about, okay? It's an undrafted free agent that we signed in this year's class, which has been getting a lot of hype among Bears fans and also among the national media, and his name is Charles Snowden, pass rusher from Virginia. When I looked more deeper into this guy and who he actually was, watched his highlights, watched his film, looked at his stats and what people had to say about him, I'm honestly really surprised this guy was not drafted, because a lot of people are saying he should have been drafted way earlier than he actually was. I mean, obviously he wasn't even drafted, but a lot of people are saying he should have been drafted in rounds 4, 5, 6. I mean, NFL.com had him projected as a round 4 pick. PFF had him projected as a round 6 pick. Some people had him projected in even round 3. So the fact that he wasn't drafted at all is pretty surprising. And the Bears honestly did get super lucky that he, did fall to them in undrafted free agency. Because if you look at this guy's stats in college, his comparisons to what he could be in the NFL, a lot of people think he could be Leonard Floyd 2.0. And you may be saying, why is that so good? Okay, Leonard Floyd was not really that great for us, but if you're getting a guy anything close to Leonard Floyd in undrafted free agency, that is a steal for your team, okay? Because Leonard Floyd was a first-round pick that we had to trade up for. To get this guy in undrafted free agency, if he's anything close to what Leonard Floyd is like in the NFL right now, that would be a fantastic steal for the Chicago Bears. And if you look at his stats, his attributes, his physical traits, the comparisons to Leonard Floyd are very valid, okay? If you, first of all, look at his stats in college at Virginia. So like I said, he played in 44 games. He had 191 tackles there, 30.5 tackles for loss, 15 sacks, 2 interceptions, 15 passes defended, 3 forced fumbles. So a lot of production in college, okay? He played on a pretty decent Virginia defense, and he was a big part of that defense, especially the last 2 years, okay? In the last 22 games he played in, he had 21 tackles for loss and 11 sacks. So really heating up at the end of his career. But unfortunately, in 2020, the end of his senior season, he actually suffered a broken ankle, which ended the season prematurely, and is probably one of the biggest reasons why he did not get drafted in this year's draft, okay? Because he couldn't do the Senior Bowl, he couldn't do a lot of offseason workouts because of how bad the injury was, and he couldn't also finish that fantastic season he was having in 2020. So he got extremely unlucky there with that injury. If he did not get injured, I feel like he definitely would be drafted in rounds 5 or 6 at the very latest. But yeah, sadly he did get injured. He could not finish his senior season, couldn't do much in the offseason, which is why he's in the position he's in right now, okay? An undrafted free agent with nothing guaranteed to him with the Chicago Bears, which obviously Charles Snowden is probably not that happy about, because obviously every player wants to be drafted into the NFL, okay? You're not guaranteed anything as an undrafted free agent. You can be cut for practically no guaranteed money. So it's obviously heartbreaking for Charles Snowden, but for a team like the Bears to get a guy like this with practically no risk, a guy that has tremendous upside, that is a very good signing by the Chicago Bears. If you take a look further at his measurables, the comparisons to Leonard Floyd, again, are really there, okay? If you just look at this guy's stature, he's 6'6", a really tall player. He used to play basketball, actually, in a high school, so he's definitely super tall. I mean, most pass rushers are not this tall. There's only a few of them, like Leonard Floyd, that are above 6'5" or 6'6"-ish, so freakishly tall guy. He has very long arms, a very slender build, so again, in that Leonard Floyd prototype, okay? A really skinny guy, doesn't have that much weight on him. He's only 243 pounds, so he probably will have to bulk up some more in the NFL, gain some weight, gain some muscle, get some more strength. But as of right now, he's pretty much just an insane athlete that makes plays with his fantastic speed and athleticism, okay? This guy is an insane athlete. Obviously, I talked about his size, his freakishly long arms and all, but he's also extremely fast, okay? One of the faster guys in college football. He's a twitchy athlete, so The acceleration is there. The short burst speed is there. Laterally, he's pretty quick. He can move side to side very well, really explode off the ground. A lot of, twitchiness in his legs. So it's just, as an athlete, he is a very good player to develop, okay? Because the traits are there. Traits that you cannot teach. You cannot teach that size. You cannot teach that speed. You cannot teach that acceleration. You can hopefully teach him to be a more polished pass rusher, okay? To be better with his hands, to be better with his technique, to hopefully, have him gain some weight, gain some more muscle. Because right now, I do feel like he is a little bit too skinny to be in the NFL. But if he does have a full offseason of, being in the NFL weight program, working out with Khalil Mack, Travis Gibson, Robert Quinn, I mean, he could be a lot stronger come the beginning of the season if he does make the roster, which honestly, as of right now, I'm predicting he is going to make the roster, guys, because like I said, this guy was very productive in college. Pretty much the only reason he fell was due to a shattered ankle, and that ankle, as of right now, is fully healthy according to the Bears. Okay, so this offseason, he's going to be fully healthy in OTAs. He's going to be doing all the workouts. He's going to be there in training camp, and I expect him fully to make this roster because the Bears at pass rusher are not very deep as of right now. Okay, we do have Khalil Mack, one of the best pass rushers in the entire game. We do have Robert Quinn, who we paid a lot of money to, but like we saw last year, Robert Quinn actually has a lot of question marks. We don't know if he's fully healthy. He had a dropped foot issue last year, which affected him apparently, and he wasn't that good to begin with last year. So I don't really know what happened to Robert Quinn last year, but hopefully he does rebound. But besides those two, we don't really have many proven options at pass rusher. Okay, we do have Travis Gibson, a guy that we drafted in the 4th round last year. We do have some other rotational guys that are kind of just cheap one-year pieces, like Jeremy Otuachu from the Denver Broncos. I'm sorry if I'm butchering his name, but he's a guy. There's a couple other guys as well, but like I mentioned, I mean, they're not really proven guys, and we don't know what they're going to provide for us in the NFL. Okay, a lot of them are developmental guys that haven't really had big roles in the NFL. So to add more depth with a guy like Charles Snowden, who, according to a lot of people, could have been drafted in rounds 3, 4, 5. I mean, I think that's an absolute steal by the Chicago Bears, and another fantastic signing by Ryan Pace. Okay, like I mentioned, this guy had a productive career in college. He has the traits, he has the size to be a pass rusher in the NFL. He could be Leonard Floyd 2.0. The size is there, the speed is there, the athleticism is there, the traits are there. He is very similar as a prospect to Leonard Floyd, except he's coming to us as an undrafted free agent. So if he can actually find a way to make the roster this year, which, again, according to me, I think he does have a pretty good chance, that would be another absolute steal by Ryan Pace in the 2021 NFL draft. Pace already got a bunch of other steals, like, Teven Jenkins in the 2nd round, Justin Fields at pick number 11, trading up to get him when he could have been a top 3 overall pick. I mean, Ryan Pace has gotten a lot of steals for us in this year's draft, and in my opinion, Charles Snowden could be another one of those steals. I'll probably make a highlight video of this guy in the coming days and post it on my channel just so you guys can see what I'm talking about here, because this guy is the real deal in my opinion. Okay, the potential is definitely there. He could be a great pass rusher in this league if he does develop properly, and to get him as an undrafted free agent, that is absolutely fantastic by Ryan Pace. So be on the lookout for that video, and also read some more about this guy. I know I didn't cover everything about this guy. Search his name on Google, read about his story, because I think this guy will be talked about during the 2021 NFL season. Let me know what you guys think about this down below in the comments, but as always, bear down.